So some interesting news today. Well, not today, obviously. I'm not covering news as it breaks because I'm lazy. But yeah, Dyson ventilators are no longer required by the government. So Dyson says that the medical ventilator developed to help treat patients with coronavirus is no longer required. It began developing a device in response to a government appeal that was last month, as we covered. It was in the Financial Times. But a note to Sir James Dyson of Singapore said that demand for the ventilators had been less than envisioned. Cabinet office said that tests on ventilators are still ongoing. So Dyson's ventilator has been undergoing clinical trials in recent days, and that the government had previously ordered 10,000 machines. So if you're saying like it's still going under trial now, as we can see later on in the article. So this is some analysis here from Theo Leggett. Just over a month ago, it looked as if the country was facing an acute shortage of ventilators, because we did. The government appealed to businesses to help out, which they kind of did. Dyson came forward with plans to introduce. Make sure this thing's recording. To introduce a brand new design, which they didn't have to. Getting approval from a new design takes time. While that process has been going on, it seems the outlook has changed and the shortage risks becoming a glut. So I think the shortage has gone from having not enough to too many. So according to Dyson, his devices aren't simply needed anymore. Is this true? I'm not 100% sure, just like the article kind of mentions as well. So the NHS currently has access to nearly 11,000 ventilators. Last week, the government ordered 15,000, so that's going to put it at 26,000 ventilators that already need. No, they already have the regulatory approval. So these are, as soon as the order comes in, they're made, boom, they're out. At the same time, the number required has clearly fallen. The health secretary said 18,000 we needed, but that guy's full of rubbish. If we only need 18,000, we wouldn't have ordered another 15,000. Come on, Matt. Mate. So it's clear to say that the 10,000 units Dyson was expected to make doesn't seem to be required, in the UK at least, but the company is hoping that other countries will be able to make use of them, so they'll probably sell them on or donate them. Meanwhile, its design, so Dyson's design is still undergoing clinical trials. The company insists, as far as it's concerned, the trials have been going well. So the problem here is that in asking Dyson, who have come up with their own design, you have to get it tested to make sure it's safe, because if it messes up, boy, someone could die. Someone could easily die. Especially because when you go on a ventilator, it's going to be, you're very close to death as is. And so, for some reason, he's gone for a new design. Don't know why just Sir James Dyson of Singapore has done that. But what we do know is that 26,000, if we do get all of those in soon, it's slightly lower than the original 30,000 that the NHS said it needed. So that's fairly interesting. Partly because a lot of people, I guess, that would have died from it have died, so you don't need as many, as sad as it is to say that. Maybe that's the case, or maybe Matt's just being silly, or I don't know. But yeah, we can see that, look, by asking a company like Dyson, who have for some reason come up with their own design, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, it's become the case that, he's not needed. So he got a lot of good press last month. And I think maybe in February as well, but he's gonna, his fair press is gonna die down in the UK, at least maybe in his now native country of Singapore. People will look more fondly of it. Maybe he'll give them to Singapore. I don't know, but all I know is it's fairly interesting to see that it does give you some sight into sort of the factory and manufacturing problems that can sometimes occur from trying to go with a new product, I guess, instead of just sticking with the good old ones that seem to be working. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, what your thoughts on Sir James Dyson of Singapore, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.